Nikolett Warner, and I'm going to be talking about the PPI-driven project BRCA 1 and 2 alterations in Ireland. This project aims to develop an intervention to help with coping in this population. I'll briefly explain what is meant by a BRCA 1 or 2 alteration. Everyone has a BRCA 1 and a BRCA 2 gene. When these are healthy, these act as tumor suppressors, meaning that they help prevent cancer. However, sometimes these genes can glitch, which is what we call a BRCA alteration. When this happens, the individual affected by this will have a higher lifetime risk of developing certain cancers. In females, this affects breast and ovarian cancers, and in males, this affects prostate and breast cancers. To explain why I'm presenting this alone, BRCA 1 and 2 alterations are hereditary, meaning that you inherit it from a parent. Therefore, if one parent carries a BRCA alteration, their child will have a 50% chance of inheriting it off them. As such, if one individual in a family is identified with a BRCA alteration, this can have long-standing implications for their children, their siblings, their parents, and so on. It was therefore really important for my PPI panel to stay anonymous. They themselves have a BRCA 1 or 2 alteration, and this has far-reaching consequences for their families. For example, some of them may not yet have discussed their BRCA alteration with their younger children. Moving on to the project, I found out about my own BRCA 1 alteration in 2018. I was already studying psychology and decided I wanted to investigate it further, as I found that there wasn't too many psychological supports available for me at that time. However, I was aware of my own bias. As I am a young woman, I do not yet qualify for the cancer screenings available, and also I have quite a limited family history of cancer. This is where the amazing PPI panel came in. They're a varied cohort of women with a BRCA 1 or a BRCA 2 alteration. They're all at different stages with their own preventative and screening measures, and a lot of them take different approaches. In regards to how we operate, as Ireland is small, the BRCA community is even smaller. We all got to know each other really well. We work on a basis of a contact when needed approach, but we do also stay in contact about other projects and developments in the BRCA field. However, being this involved with BRCA can become quite stressful. The PPI panel have lives outside of their BRCA alteration stages, and it's really important that they can disconnect from BRCA when they need to. So this is where the PPI panel devised the BRCA holiday. Here, the PPI panel member can let myself know at any stage if they're on their BRCA holidays. This means they won't get any content sent through to them at this time. This allows for the members to let me know without having to provide explanation as to why, that they're on a BRCA break. This works really well and means that the PPI panel will only take on as much as they feel comfortable with. In regards to payment, unfortunately, my PhD budget did not provide for this. However, I try to give back to my PPI panel in other ways. For example, I always try to share any relevant scientific research that's being conducted and provide explanations in simple, non-scientific terms where necessary. PPI input is so hugely important for this project. To give some examples of where they've provided great insight, when we look at the language around BRCA, you'll often hear the term a BRCA mutation. However, the panel has discussed that this comes with some negative connotations, so we've changed this and now we use BRCA alteration. In regards to the intervention design, as the BRCA community in Ireland is quite spread out, we decided an online format would be the most appropriate. When I started the PhD, I initially had only decided to recruit women. However, upon discussion with the PPI panel, we decided that men have also a really valuable insight into the BRCA experience in Ireland, so we've now included them in the research also. Obviously, COVID has impacted this research given that we can no longer meet face to face. We now work in whatever way suits the most. So now feedback is predominantly online, one-on-one with myself. The panel members will give feedback in whatever way suits them. A quick email, some might voice note, some might give me a phone call, some might send me a text. Whatever works best for them at the time is what we do. I want to say a huge thank you to the amazing PPI panel who are so incredibly supportive of this work and really highlight what's important and provide me with constant motivation for the research.